Why do I keep doing these? I think it is the only way. I think it is the only way. Perfect. Here we go. This will work. And this, and this, and this will work. What the? Okay, I think that's gonna work. I think that's gonna work. Interesting. And then I think one last thing. Wait, why do they keep doing this, man? They keep changing everything. Burst. Wow. That's interesting. I gotta watch that. That's very interesting. Let's just see how this goes. Let's just see how this goes. Just for fun. Just for fun. Well, this is I'm not enjoying this. I'm not enjoying this. Let's change that. There we go. You guys can't hear what I'm referring to, so this is kind of weird for you. I know I'm kind of leaving you out. I apologize. Trust me, you don't want none of this. You know what that's from? You don't want none of this. I think that's, I don't know if I'm saying it right, actually. But I feel like you would get the gist of it. I need to put this back where I had it. Back to from whence it came. That's, I need to leave some space for myself right here. 1, 2, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect. Hey, Superman, I can be your Superman, your Superman. What's up, man? Coffee Potamus, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Coffee Potamus, I hope that you don't think that I'm a sleazy two-timer, because I do have some coffee right here. But I believe in the coffee game. Good morning, bro. Is it morning? I don't know. It's morning somewhere. Isn't that a song? It's morning somewhere. I think that's like a country song. Legendary Gnome. Legendary Gnome sounds like a 1980s cartoon character. It's the legendary gnome, trying to find their home. So many places to roam. Hey kids, are your parents home? Snowshoe Cat. Yo. I'm going to be honest, I feel like that's a new name. But you're a member, so how is this? Neo Free, GM, guess who's getting music gigs soon? Dang. That's cool, dude. Nice.
Amazing.
That's really cool, man. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Life I love is playing music for fat cash. I can't wait to get on the road again. That's beautiful, dude. That's so cool, man. I legit tapped my phone Your phone's tapped? You tapped your own phone to unlock it and click the notification for your live. Dang. Legendary Gnome admitting to me that it's just an accident. That is an accident. Well, I'm sorry, Legendary Gnome. I'm sorry that you didn't choose to be here today. Okay. I'm just always trying to start fights. Marilena actually told me that yesterday. She said, you think you're making a YouTube video right now? I feel like you're always just trying to get a reaction out of me. I'm like, what? I make the reactions. I'm like, I am the one who knocks. I'm the one that does reaction. What do you mean? I don't need your reaction. I don't need your reaction. What you think this is? Coming in here. I told her, you're coming into my chat. You're coming into my live chat like a bot. This is some bot behavior. Someone sent a bot army at me. Falling in and out of love, in and out of love with you. What's up, Bells, Mahoney? What's up, man? What's up? Drinking coffee too? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I woke up. I was on the treadmill. I got some sweat out. And I was, I don't know. I'm kind of testing it. Most mornings or most days, whatever, I'll drink coffee. And then later on, I'll get on the treadmill. Today, I tried getting on the treadmill without any coffee. And it might have felt better. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that one. And now I'm drinking coffee after. My last name is Barry, and I usually use Legendary Barry. Legendary Barry, looking kind of scary. I was gonna rhyme something with. Never mind. What's up, Melancholy? Dude, I was up so late last night fighting with AI about bears versus gorillas. I'm not even lying, bro. And I'm gonna tell you something. I feel like the AI learned something from me. I feel like I enlightened the AI. And I got a little aggressive with it. I called the AI a hater and said that it was biased. And then it apologized and we kept going back and forth. And I think I enlightened it. I think I taught it something. My stove caught fire yesterday. Now I'm broke because I had to pay a man with tougher hands to fix it. Oh no. Oh no, that's terrible. That's terrible. I'm kind of afraid of gas stoves, to be honest with you. Because I haven't had a gas stove in the home for years. The first home we ever had a gas stove. And then the next place, a couple places we've lived since then, they had electric. And I'm kind of scared at the thought of going back to gas. Gas stoves are dangerous. Gas stoves are like cars. Where it's like at a certain point, oh, I use this every day. You go through the motions. It's like you're used to it. But you forget. It's a dangerous, dangerous thing. I found out yesterday that you play piano too. Dang, dude, when did you start? I would never call myself a piano player. I remember, so I started playing drums when I was like 3-4 years old. And dude, I'm not going to act like I could do like I'm a double pedal crazy death metal drummer. But I could sit in on any song and just, I was the drummer. I don't know if I ever told you guys this. I was the drummer in my church band, like with full-blown adults. Everyone in the band was adults, and I was 7 years old. I can't even, like at the time it didn't seem weird. Cause like when you're a kid, you don't feel like you're a little kid. Kids always feel like they're bigger than they are, you know? And I'm not even joking. When I was 7 years old, There's gotta be a billion pictures. We were very much like that. We took pictures and videos of everything. I should show you guys some of that sometime. I'm not, dude. At my parents' house, there's stacks of photos. Like we're like paparazzi, dude. We're crazy. In that time, that's when everyone was getting those big old camcorders and everything. They were filming everything. I got a bunch of old tapes and stuff, photos. But I started playing in the church band when I was 7 years old on the drums. And there was no like, here's what you're playing, or here's the sheet music. I don't know how to read music. So people would just start playing and I'd be like, okay. And you just go with it. I started learning guitar chords when I was maybe like 5 or 6. I remember I was playing in the school talent shows and stuff by the time I was like 7. I was playing like strumming the guitar and playing more harmonica and stuff. And then I don't think I ever played piano until I was in high school. There was a guy I used to play when I started in band in middle school. The very first thing I ever played was tenor saxophone, because I'd been playing drums like my whole life and I wanted to learn something different. I didn't want to go right into percussion. And my sister played saxophone, and I thought it was super cool, sounded cool, and I liked the tenor sax tone. So I played tenor sax, and it was really easy. I was good at it. I loved it. I wish I had a saxophone still. I bet I could pick it up again. But I wanted to switch to drums, and then I switched maybe the next year, 2 years later. And then when I was in high school, I played drumline, and there was our drum line instructor, dude. That guy played bass. He played classical guitar, electric guitar, rhythm guitar, drums, banjo. I saw this dude play so many different things. Just a wizard, man. And I remember one time I saw him in the band room, and he was playing on the piano. I was like, dude, you know how to play piano too? And he was playing it like, oh, he was like Beethoven, man. And I remember I was trying to pick his brain, and I asked him, like, how do you, like, I don't get it. And I remember he told me something, and I never forgot it. And I don't know what video you saw me playing, because I could get in front of a piano and I'll play like the most basic chords and stuff, and I'll put lyrics to it and just maybe come up with like a simple ballad or whatever. But like, I swear, every time I sit down at the piano, it's like in my beanie, I hear him telling me all over again. And I just keep remembering that. I remember he told me, here's the way, this is the only advice he gave me. And I use it to this day. This is, anytime you ever see me play anything on the piano, in my head, I'm like, okay. And I hear it and I'm like, all right, good. He told me, he said, here's C. He's like, you see these two black notes right here? Okay, the one right to the left of that's C. And then you got C, D, E, F, G, and then starts all over again, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then starts all over again, A, B, C. See the 3 black ones right here? The one right before that's F. And then I was able to like visually identify them. This one's C, that means that's C, D, E. This one's F, that means F, G, A, B. So then like you kind of learn what's what. And he said, all you got to do is find C. Just know where C's at. And he said, then you count. You count 4 and 3. And that will give you your chord. That'll give you the C chord. So he said, you find C, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, counting the black ones too, the white and the black ones. Ebony and ivory. You count both of them. So you go C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you go 1, 2, 3. And if you keep all 3 fingers there, that's the C chord. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, find any note. He said, find G. And I went, okay, well, there's G. And then he says, count 4 and 3. And I went 1, 2, 3, 4. I left my first finger on my thumb on G. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I did the other finger on 1, 2, 3. He says, that's the G chord. I was like, what? He's like, try one more. Find D. And I was like, all right. D, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That's the D chord. And I was like, what? And then he's like, and then I don't remember if he told me or I asked him. He told me for a minor chord, you go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you find D again, and you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're playing D minor. I was like, what? Does this work everywhere? He's like, yeah, find this one. I just kept doing it. So it's like, it's either 4 and 3 for majors or 3 and 4 for minors. And then it's just like on the guitar. If you go up, you're going sharp. If you go down, you're flat. And I was like, what the? And then I already knew that like B, C's next to each other, E, F, just like the ones that's not going to have a sharp and a flat. And then I just knew like, so every time I sit down, I want to play in C. I'm like, all right, C, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I just hit the bass. And then I find the C bass. And then you just kind of hit the accents, you know? And then give it some life. That's it, dude. It's so weird. Like I could never sit down and be like, I can't play like the ice cream truck, you know? UFC Antarctica, where all them flags had the peace treaty. Dude, that would be so funny if they fought at Antarctica. They made a way for someone to finally go down there. Hey, I don't know what it is, legendary. No, it must be something in the water. It's funny. I was telling people stuff about Hillsong for years. I was just going off on Hillsong and those kind of places forever. And then everyone's just like, oh, it's not loving and it's divisive and it's like, and then now look, it's funny how things happen. Oh shoot. Come on, man. You know what? I gotta catch back up again. I really let this get away from me. ARTR! Oh. What's up, Dojo? I just got done with a weld in a garbage spot. That's the terminology for a hard position. Just in time for a live. Bad time forgotten instantly. Let's go! Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, dude. Glad that we're able to do it. Glad that we're able to weld this community together for that instantaneous relief, bro. I'm looking forward to the movie night tonight where we could just sit and chill and mellow out. Oh, it's an electric stove? No! No one is safe! Oh, shoot, bro. What the heck? You know what? I will say, when I was at my last house before we left, there was something, it freaked me out, dude. On the top, you know, the electric stoves are all flat. I don't know if there was some like grease or some kind of residue or something that got caked on or whatever. I remember one time the top of the thing went up in flame and I was like, what the? This ain't supposed to happen. And I was so confused. It was scary, dude. No, I get it, Damon. Like, it's going to make better food and everything. Like, it's definitely better. It just freaks me out. Marilena's super happy to, like, at the thought of going back to gas. Nick Diaz is going to swim to Alcatraz and break into the event. Don't be scared. He's going to break in? What's up, David Zimmerman? It is tough, dude. It is tough. There's been times in the past where I really wanted to, because like, I don't know what it is. Sometimes I feel like, and I'm not saying this like, oh, I'm so great. I'm a super basic player. Super basic. I've said it a billion times. The only reason I play guitar is because it's just the vehicle to like, so that I could supplement what I'm singing, because I like to write. But I've been playing guitar my whole life, and sometimes it's nice to shake it up a little bit and do something on the piano. But I'm so much more comfortable playing guitar, and I'm more clunky on the piano, so sometimes I feel like I can't really get into that flow state. So I'm like, I gotta go back to the guitar. It's not easy, man. You're right. James Bishop sitting through them commercials, man. I appreciate it. Dude, I really, really, really appreciate it. And there's those who shall be unnamed that I'm not gonna name because there's already a lot of beef that's been going on lately, and I don't want to perpetuate it further. But I've had people straight up tell me to my camera that they would never watch commercials for me. So I appreciate you, James. I don't know why this is happening. It's funny though. I love it. It's a funny arc. Thank you, James. Thoughts on DC saying that he thinks Prime Mike Tyson with the year of MMA camp could be UFC champ? I think he could. I agree. I mean, let's not be silly here. Let's not be revisionists. First of all, he's saying prime Mike Tyson. Prime. Okay? And also, we're not talking about, hey, he's a boxer, let's do a crossover. We're talking about prime Mike Tyson. I feel like a lot of the people in here are more mature and they remember what prime Mike Tyson is. So I don't think I need to really elaborate on that. So we're talking about prime Mike Tyson, and we're not just talking about a lazy crossover. We're talking about with a year of MMA camp. And this is considering the raw athleticism and insane agility of Mike Tyson. I don't know if some of you remember what this dude was built like. They show photos of him when he was like 16 years old, and he looks like more intimidating and just yoked up and just he was insane. It was insane. The dude was born without a neck. It's insane. And when you see the ferocity that he had and the explosiveness that he had, that's why Josh Hogan is able to come in and do what he does, because of raw athleticism. I'm not saying that any boxer could do that, but someone that was as athletic as him, yeah. I mean, there's plenty of people that have held a strap that did not have an impressive ground game. I mean, look at Jamal Hill. I'm not saying that Mike Tyson would win the strap and defend it 30 times, But I mean, if someone like Jamal Hill could win the strap, it would just be a super hater take to act like Mike Tyson couldn't do it. I'm better at listening to music than playing music. I think if they taught fighters to fight to rhythm like musicians, they'd be a lot better off. I think I know what you're saying. I think that could work for a lot of people. I personally, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure I understand what you're saying. I don't know if you're saying like having a rhythm like a lot of boxers have. I personally don't like that. I like, just like Bruce Lee taught, broken rhythm. I think that rhythm fighters are super telegraphic and readable. And if you have a rhythm, it's like you have to break it every time you're going to hit, and then you get back into your rhythm. Because no one's fighting like this. Like, you're in your rhythm, and then you go, pa, pa, and then you get back in your rhythm. Pa, 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 and then you get back in your rhythm. It's so obvious once you stop your rhythm. So I always like, pa, hop around a little, and like when you keep moving like that, hold up, what the heck? When you keep reading like that, no one's ever, what is this? When you keep doing it like that, no one is ever to really get a good read on you. Well, that's annoying. Shoot. I'll have to deal with that in a little bit. The keys and alto sax are my first two instruments. Noise. Slapping the keys, man. I don't know if I knew that you were a musician, bro. Yo, brothers, it's cool to find you guys live right now instead of an hour into the show. Yeah, dude. And I'm super behind, so you probably came in like right at the beginning, bro. Heck yeah. Um, welcome in, dude. Hey, chill. I wasn't there, but I heard Moss only got 8 out of a 50 goal last night. Shameful. Oh, dude. Dang. Dang it. Dang it. That's brutal, man. That's brutal. I don't know why those homies aren't coming through, man. I mean, that's why I stay super thankful. There's nobody like this community. And it's not, I mean, that's not the only indicator. This community was legendary before I ever even put the first goal up. But this community, I was just reminded, this community is itself urged and pushed me to do goals. Do you guys remember I said I do not want to do goals? That's nasty. That's slimy. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. It's weird. I don't like that. And you guys are like, what? Make that money. Put some goals. And I was like, okay. You don't got to tell me 11 times. Oh, shoot. Oh, yes, it's moving night, and the feel is right. Oh, yes, it's moving night. Oh, what a night. Yo, GM, what are the rules of Jewish football to get the quarterback? Dude. Legendary, no. I played clarinet for a year when I was 12. I learned to read music, but that was a lifetime or two ago. Yeah, clarinet. I think I played a friend's clarinet a couple times because clarinet and saxophone are super similar because they're both the reed instruments. That's cool, man. You should try it again, dude. Probably pick it right back up. An air guitar. Yeah, man, amazing. I might actually be able to join for at least part of the movie night tonight. What's the movie? Listen. Listen. That's to be determined. I got something brewing. I think that's to be determined. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm not 100% sure. I was This is kind of a weird week for me, and I was playing around with some thoughts, but I'm sorry I don't have the answer. Usually we pick them on the spot at movie night. We usually don't know till we get there. I apologize for that. Yo. Heck yeah, Darmy. It was insane, dude. He was bred to kill. Jack the Mac! Yo, props to GM! Hello to you good heads. What's up, man? Oh, dang, Jay. Wait, the ice cream truck song is racist? What the heck? Where are we at? Yep. Darren Alex Pereira was champ with lots of aura and not much MMA skill. Mike's intimidation would help him along the way, 100%. Figaro. Cody Chapman, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? Does it make more sense I do the membership through YouTube or Patreon? Ooh. I'll tell you this, Neo Free. I'll tell you this. If you care, I would say currently the only advantage it would give you on YouTube is that the emojis. Those emojis aren't on Patreon. Like for people that care about chat and putting all the emojis and stuff. And the other thing is just being a gringo. It's just kind of a badge of honor being a gringo, having that green card. But if you're on the Patreon, if you care about that, if you're free to do it, that's where we do movie nights. That's like the one big thing above YouTube membership that Patreon has, the movie nights. And I've explored it in the past about the possibility of trying to do movie nights on YouTube as well, and it would just get nuked, membership or not. If YouTube reads me playing a movie on here, it's nuked. So we could get away with it on Patreon. So that's kind of like the thing that kind of tips it. I appreciate you even wondering about it, bro. Appreciate you lurking at work, bro. Making the sacrifice, Cody. High fight IQ could allow you to find the holes in rhythm. Yeah. Yup. I mean, rhythm feels good. It feels good if you're training, if you're just hitting the bag, if you're sparring. There's just something nice about it, flowy. But yeah, I think that's super dangerous in an actual match, in a fight. David Zimmerman! Goals are good. My dog said, "What's up?" Well, thank you, David, and thank you for supporting it. And I love dogs, dude. Please let the dogs know that I said, "Arr, arr, arr, arr." Wait, that's a wolf, huh? Well, dogs can do that too when they hear like the ambulance and stuff, right? I love dogs, man. Ask Jessica. They should move Noche to Alcatraz. Nah, dude. Nah, Jay. Grandmaster, I hit my black belt coach in BJJ with the Wakigatame a month ago. Do you think he should be forced to give his belt up because of this? Wait a minute. I'm having trouble. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm having trouble recalling just off that name. Wakigatame. Gatame. I forgot most of the verbiage, to be honest with you. It makes me sad. Oh, shoot, dude. That's pretty gnarly. Oh, dude. Standing or on the ground? That's crazy, dude. Oh, BJJ. BJJ. I don't know why I was thinking judo. Maybe because you actually said, I'm not used to people in BJJ using the Japanese terminology. When I was deep in my judo game, I had like all the Japanese terminology in my beanie, and to be honest, most of it has left me. Dude, that's a beautiful hold, dude. Do you think he should give up his bout? Ooh. Probably not, dude. Because if he does, they might try to bump you up to be the instructor, and that's just way too much responsibility. You're gonna have to get there all early. They're gonna try to start getting you to pay the energy bill. You're gonna have to stay late, lock up. You're gonna have to deal with angry parents and whatnot. If they demote him, they're gonna try to put you in his position, and they're not even gonna want to pay you, you know? Ooh, that is interesting, James. That is interesting. That could be very fun. That could be, I don't know if I'm mentally prepared to do that tonight. I'm kind of on fumes today, but I don't know. I don't see why. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. Maybe because it's just different. I'm starting to feel nervous. But yeah, I'm just not managing my time well lately, but that would be fun. I only got $5 to spare at the moment. Is that enough for the Patreon? I'll start making more, way more soon. I support good souls, and you seem like one so far. So I'd help you out too, brother. I appreciate you, man. No, yeah, so when, just the way that YouTube is, when you gift memberships, it's $5. But if you do a self-inflicted one, I think it's only like, I always get Patreon and YouTube backwards. It's either only 99 cents or $1.99. You could do it at different amounts if you want. Some people go way above and beyond, just like out of the kindness of their hearts. But Patreon, it's like only 99 cents or $1. So you don't even have to do a full $5, bro. Save it, bro, for a coffee or something. But I appreciate that, man, and I hope that you really are blessed, dude, and your most abundant dreams come true, and you get to live out that stuff and have success at your gigs, bro, for real. Oh, dude, there you go. I see you, bro. Dang. Neo Free just became a patron. Heck yeah, dude. Can't wait to see you at the movie nights. Wait, what is this, man? Why is there all this movement today? Oh, shoot. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? I know these dummies are going to do something annoying. I already know it, man. I already know it. I'll be right back. Thank you again, Neo Free. I can't wait to see you join us, bro, whenever you're able. That's very kind of you. I appreciate the support, man, for real. Chihuahua human. Chihuahua man. AGM, I've changed my mind on the bear versus gorilla debate. I saw Bear try to learn some striking from Michael Bisping. Gorilla destroys Bear. At least that one. Wait a minute. What? Oh, wait. Are you talking about... Are you talking about that dude from the Jackson podcast? Oh, man. Wait a minute. You guys didn't know that's what I was talking about this whole time? Dude, I know we don't want to get into that today. All right? I understand that. But I was watching videos of bears fighting and gorillas fighting last night. And it's just, dude, it looks like these sensually repressed individuals when the bears are fighting. It's like they just got hands on shoulders and they're trying. It's crazy. It's this weird it's like they're trying with all their strength and everything possible within them to both try their hardest to kiss each other, but they're also trying their very hardest with everything within them to not kiss each other at the same time. every single bear video that I found, they were just going, I don't get it, bro. It's like they're just suppressing, like, I don't know if they were just born in like the Bible Belt. They were just born like they couldn't be who they felt like they were or something. And they get around their homies and they're like, I just don't know how to quit you. It's so pathetic, dude. And they look so clumsy. And like when they stand up, I mean, I know they got the center of gravity supposedly because the legs, but when they stand up, they're so top heavy. It's so awkward, and then they fall and they roll. It's like, are you kidding me? And then I was watching the gorillas, dude, and they're just like, bam, bam, boom, 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 boom. It was crazy, man. And the bite force is just, there's no comparison, dude. And then I just kept hearing people talk about, yeah, but if they take a swing at you with them paws and them claws, and I'm like, okay, if they ever choose to. I guess if they ever choose to, because what they're most likely going to do is, that's all they're going to do. So I'm not really worried about the claws. Uh-oh. Where are we? Uh-oh. Wait, was it really, was it actually that? Hold up. Let me see if I can find this. What would I have to look up to find this? Wait, what are we? Was I wrong? Is it not that dude bear? Because I don't know where to find this at. I'm not seeing it anywhere. Was I wrong? Is it an actual bear? Dang, how dare you, Jay Smith? I'm offended. I will never sing again. I'm never gonna sing again. Terrible voice, I've got no vibrato. I'm never gonna sing again because of you, Jay Smith. Morocco! Working and lurking until 1. Ya mero, mero. Nail appointment. Get snacks, then movie night. Nail appointment. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Or how'd it go? Nails did, hair did, everything did. Chile verde. Marloca's gonna go in there and tell the person doing the nails, hey, hit me with the chile verde hearts. I want them chile verde hearts on my nails. Heck yeah. Thank you so much again, Neo. Thank you, bro. Grandmaster's crypto rug pull takes a turn for the worse. Find out the exclusive story in the next few minutes. Grandmaster coin. Wait a minute. How do we start talking about this? Why do I have Bitcoin? Morocco! I'm genuinely concerned that she gave pocket memberships away because she just said that she's working and lurking. I hope this is not an accident. Basic Carpet Cleaning, Salem, Oregon. Johnny Parker, Frank J, Jay Hussein, and Bill K, or Bilk. Thank you very, very much, Marloca, the official prima of the Mexican martial arts, for bringing these newbies into the family, giving them their green cards. Thank you. Newly minted gringos. Thanks to Marloca. Thank you. We are family. We are family. Hold on. Let me speed run to the end real quick. I apologize. David Zimmerman. I almost made a huge mistake by kicking an armadillo in my yard last night. Apparently, they carry leprosy and chlamydia. Never do that, everyone. What the heck? I didn't know they were getting that kind of motion. Do armadillo... It's the first search. Do armadillos carry leprosy? Yes, some 9-banded armadillos carry Mycobacterium leprae, the bacteria that causes leprosy. What the heck? I know people that used to eat armadillos. And it says you could get it by eating armadillo meat. What the heck? Can you get chlamydia? Do armadillos have chlamydia? No, it says no scientific. I don't know. Wait, maybe we got it confused. Does Jay Smith have chlamydia? All signs point to yes. Dang. All right, hold on. Let me rewind on that one. Yo, JR, let's get this goal met early, fam. Getting snacks. I know people like to doubt me, all right? But I'm trying to stick to my word from the other day and get the movie going as early as possible. Like in a perfect world, I got to go in by like 4:30. Now, do I have to try to help prepare dinner real quick first before I do the movie night? Yes. But I'm feeling very efficient with my energy. I think I'm going to organize my time well. Kiss from a rose on the street. La, 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 la. Thank you, man. Thank you. Oh shoot. Okay. You guys definitely are talking about the Jackson podcast. If anyone needs a carpet cleaning in Salem, Oregon, now everyone knows just the person. Heck yeah, that's what I was thinking, dude. The melody for Turkey in the Straw, I guess that's the ice cream truck song, dates back to the early 1800s as a popular fiddle tune. However, it gained offensive lyrics during the 19th century minstrel shows where performers wore blackface. Was blackface really racist? And I'm not trying to be like edgy or anything by asking that. I'm asking that as a person who wasn't there and who's ignorant. Because here's how I look at it. You know how like Mexicans, they're always like using the N-word stuff and like acting like they want to be black and all that. I was talking about that a while back and how it frustrates me that like when people of certain ethnicities and cultures want to act like other people, it's like, hey, I don't understand. Like when I'm around a lot of like young, like a lot of young W's, that's what a lot of white W's, young wetbacks. I'll hear them saying the N-word a lot, and I'm like, dude, why don't you, like, if you want to live in that, like, just call yourself like a wetback or something. I don't understand it. What I'm getting at is there's a lot of people who, because, whether hip hop culture or sports or whatever. I remember when I was a teenager, I was looking up to, a number of black dudes. And, I see your wheels turning, Jay Smith. Stop it. But what I'm trying to say, and just like rock and roll and stuff, a lot of things, peanut butter, a lot of things were stolen from black dudes. So it's like, when they were doing blackface, were they just like daydreaming and wishing that they, they could sing like some of those black dudes were singing? Or maybe they wanted to portray like a black actor, and they're like, well, we don't know any black dudes, and we're really not supposed to associate them with them at this point in history, so we got to play a black dude. Just like, people played Chinese dudes. Remember that one movie where, what was it, 16 Candles or Breakfast at which movie was it, where the guy had like those crazy teeth and the eyes to look like he was Chinese? Nobody talks about that. You always hear about blackface, 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 blackface. What about redface? There's a bunch of white dudes always pretending to be Native Americans. Like, so it's just like, and then, there's, I Am Sam. He went full, Forrest Gump. So it's like, were they just trying to play the role of a, like, maybe the dudes that were doing blackface was like, dude, I really wish we had some black actors, man. They could really bring the performance, but we just don't have any around this block. So I guess we got to pretend. Or, because again, like I said, I'm saying this from a place of ignorance. Maybe it was super, 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 super racist, but don't just say that because all blackface is bad. Let's not do that. Was it actually racist? Like, was there bad intent behind it? Like, I saw a photo of like a little kid. I don't know how many weeks ago or months ago. It was like a little white kid, and they were dressed up like their favorite basketball player, and they made their skin brown. And that's an innocent little kid that's just like, that just loves this athlete and just wants to be that athlete. And I'm just thinking about it like that. Like, you got to believe there's people that darken their skin simply because they want to be black. Like Ariana Grande. It's not like there's any malice or hatred in their heart about it. Oh, dude. Am I the only one that knows people that eats armadillos? Like, that was like a super country, like like an old school. I feel like people that came from like Texas and like the Midwest, like that's a thing, right? I never ate armadillo. Heck no, bro. Heck no. I don't even eat tuna. Oh. When you talk about bears trying to kiss and not kiss, all I could think of is Dumb and Dumber, when dude tried giving mouth to mouth to that other guy. Oh, dude, that's like one of my favorite movies ever, and I'm drawing a blank right now. Oh, the guy, it didn't even populate. It's coming back to me. The guy with the pills, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's right. What was his name? Sino or something. He had like a weird name. I can't remember. He had like a nickname. No, I'm thinking about Seabass. That's a different thing. But I think the guy that died had a weird nickname too. I don't think he had a typical name. Yo, GM, open to watch Speed Racer for tonight's MOB? Oh, movie night? Speed Racer. What is Speed Racer? Oh, shoot. That's a long movie, bro. It's over 2 hours, dude. I'm about to have some caffeine. Hey, if I hope everyone's okay with this. I want to show my appreciation for Neo Free. I would say yes. I know that it's every once in a while we do this. Every once in a while I have a moment of weakness and I'm like, hey guys, can you let me choose? Can I make an executive decision and just pick one of my favorites, just some comfort viewing tonight? And I think, you know what? I think we could deviate tonight from the wheel. And I want to show my appreciation for the new patron. A little celebration here. A celebration of life. Thank you, Neo Free. I think we could honor that. Blackface P is here. Minstrel shows were incredibly racist. I've seen Birth of a Nation for educational purposes. Okay, see, that's why I'm okay. Like I said, maybe I'm just super ignorant. Hold up. Let me check. Let me ask Google, is blackface racist? Blackface is widely considered a racist practice. Minstrel shows. The practice started in the 1830s in the United States through minstrel shows, where performers darken their skin with grease paint, burnt cork, or shoe polish. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I don't care if a white person does brown face and they act Mexican, or if a black dude wants to do Chinese face and he paints his face yellow. I don't care. But was there something beyond this? Performers used exaggerated makeup like enlarged lips to mock black people. Okay, first of all, why is that mocking? You got all these white chicks out here trying to blow up their lips all the time. So obviously, full lips is a sign of beauty. So that, it's just like, somebody said it in here. It's like people are always just trying to divide us. And that's how this makes me feel. So I don't buy this. Exaggerated makeup like enlarged lips to mock black people. That's not mocking them. And if anyone thought that, then they were confused, because that's widely seen as like a beauty, like a desirable thing. And portray them as unintelligent, lazy, or superstitious for comedic entertainment. You're calling the black dude superstitious? Well, I guess there's a lot of, yeah. Like Adesanya, and they talk about some, because I was gonna say, if anything, it's the white chicks that are always like, you know, scraping their voodoo bowl and doing yoga, going dong, dong, and talking about their zodiac signs and all that kind of stuff. Unintelligent, lazy, dude. They're the ones that are always making inventions and people are stealing them. Okay, I'm not. By the way, I don't want to overcorrect. I don't want people to accuse me of being like Kevin Kimura. I'm not trying to imply that only black people have ever created stuff. I'm just saying I don't want to be guilty of overcorrection. Obviously, a lot of people create stuff. These caricatures help justify racial segregation and systematic inequality by depicting. So it sounds like it was bad. Here's my thing. I think blackface could be a bad thing, and I think it could be a good thing. It looks like minstrel shows were bad. See, things are getting conflated. If you have a little innocent, chunky little white boy, and his favorite basketball player of all time is Anthony Davis, and he's like, man, I love that dude. I wish I could meet him for my birthday. He's the greatest. He's the GOAT. And he wears his jersey and he does blackface. I think that's beautiful, because he just sincerely admires the dude. How is doing blackface any different than buying your favorite basketball player's shoes? Now, if somebody's doing it for the purposes of like they did in the minstrel shows, well, then that's the minstrel show that's racist, not the blackface. That's like saying a computer is evil when someone does evil stuff with it, but it's good when they do good stuff with it. That's like saying a gun is evil because of all the evil that people could commit with it. But then it could be good when a civilian has a weapon and he takes down a mass shooter in a buffet. It's like you get these neutral things that could be used for evil or for good. And I think blackface could be used for good. I think if you're a black individual, like black as the night, like super black, right? But you absolutely love Bruce Lee and you want to like tape your eyes back and look Chinese and stuff like that, I think that's beautiful. Now, if you're doing a Chinese version of a minstrel show and you're making fun of Chinese people and it's like, oh, I can't drive. Oh, no, that's different. But if you're just like, hey, I love Bruce Lee, I want to cut myself some bangs and pull my eyes back, I think that's beautiful. I think we're just conflating things. You think people that get those funny little mustaches, that means that they side with Hitler and they want to kill Jews? Not necessarily. They just like the look. James. Oh, man. What's up, talking about? Shoot, I need to catch up. I apologize. I was doing okay, and then I really got caught behind. I've been waiting for years for someone to tell me I could paint my face when I wear my Penny Hardaway or Shaq jerseys. Look, dude. I think it's a compliment. I don't know. I'm not trying to be funny. Everybody's minds work differently. And look, if someone's out there, if I'm walking down the street and I see someone doing a minstrel show and they're making fun of black people, I'm saying, hey, dude, this is stupid. This is stupid. You shouldn't do that. But if I'm seeing some vanilla white dude and he's wearing his Shaquille O'Neal jersey and he paints his skin black because it's Halloween and he's like, this is my favorite. I love this dude, bro. I love this guy. He's the best, breaking rims and stuff like that, breaking backboards. He's my favorite. I want to be like that guy. And he just, I'm not upset, man. How come we could embrace every other part of a culture? Attire, fashion, slang, walking, anything and everything, music, but it just right there. Why? Because the minstrel shows. Well, the minstrel shows were bad. The minstrel shows were stupid, and they were incorrect. I've met stupid black people. I've met ridiculously articulate and intelligent black people. I've met stupid Mexicans. I've met intelligent Mexicans. I've met stupid white people. I've met intelligent white people. I've met very intelligent Asians. Let's see. By the way, Jay Smith, it just kind of shows that you're just, kind of traits of being a fair weather homie and being kind of like the people that only want to show up when I do breakdowns of Conor McGregor and Israel Adesanya. It's not really for the hang and for the community and for the channel and for the Grandmaster and for being a part of the family. It's just picking and choosing and window shopping and not really being there when the times are tough. But I get it. I totally get it. Everybody has different tastes. I completely get it. It's not truly for the hang and the family and the community and the camaraderie and the jokes and stuff like that. It's just about I get it. I totally get it. I'm not even upset about it. David Zimmerman. I'm gonna wear unibrow face in honor of Anthony Davis. You know what, David Zimmerman? It's so weird. I was trying so hard, like I could see him in my beanie. I was trying to remember Anthony Edwards' name. And the name that came out is Davis. I was trying to remember Anthony Edwards. I was trying to remember Ant-Man. And for some reason I said Anthony Davis. That was such a random name, dude. But that's funny because it provoked your unibrow comment. And I want to na 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 na. Yeah, dude. But speaking of Alcatraz, so for those of you that don't know, Alcatraz is one of the locations that the UFC might do a event at, apparently. They're dropping location odds because Dana White is talking about a secret 2027 mega event. They did the Sphere in 2025. They did the White House in 2026. And now supposedly they're talking about doing something again. And this was my thought. Because I was wondering, what's this whole, like, what kicked this off? What's the point of this? And my guess is that they're trying to find something to replace what the numbered events used to be. They're trying to find something to replace pay-per-views. And I know there's still some lingering areas out there that I guess are still doing pay-per-view, but for the most part, for like most of the civilized world, pay-per-view is like times past kind of thing. And you know what? I'm thinking about this right now in real time. It's kind of a good idea because remember even when we had the numbered pay-per-view events, go back to ESPN Plus. Even back then we were complaining. I know it's easy for us to look in the current time and romanticize the past. And be like, oh man, Paramount's terrible, and we don't have this anymore, we don't have that, we got too many ads, we lost the walk. Even though that stuff is true. But it's like, when we were on ESPN Plus, everyone was complaining about ESPN Plus, right? So everybody wants to complain about something no matter what. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it is. Everybody just wants to complain about something. When it's on Paramount, everyone's saying they miss ESPN Plus. When it was on ESPN Plus, everyone misses Fox. When it was on Fox, everyone misses Spike TV. When it was on Spike TV, everyone missed watching it on the dark web. That's just what we do. So here's what I'm thinking. When it was even on ESPN Plus still, we would talk about it. And we would say, and it wasn't just us, other actual, and I'm not just talking about YouTube talking heads. I'm talking about like retired fighters, MMA analysts. Like people in actual media would, hey, do you remember when I actually made that, when I alluded to that, James Bishop, on that one track, that one fire that I dropped where I was talking about how they're gonna do it on Epstein Island. You remember that? But I think this is a good idea, because even when it was on ESPN Plus still, we would always say there's too many numbered events now. It lost its allure. Like, obviously what they tried to do was copy, because, WWF was in place way before UFC was ever thought of. And there was like WrestleMania, that was the big, and then like Royal Rumble. Those things were huge, but then it got too much, way too many things. King of the Ring and Hell in a Cell and SummerSlam and I can't even remember all of them. St. Valentine's Day Massacre. They just way too many things, and then it lost its the exclusivity kind of thing of it. Like, when it's rarer, we look forward to it and it's exciting and we can't wait for it. But when you get this big event like a couple times a month, it's like, well, it's not even the big event anymore. Now this is the norm. So I know it's easy for us to talk about, here in this current time, how we miss the numbered like pay-per-view events and how they were so big. But when we had them, we were aware. We knew that they were already too much and they were overdoing it, and they kind of lost the thing that made them special. What the UFC is doing right now is they're making something new to make up for that. It's like, well, we don't even have pay-per-views anymore. And they already promised Paramount a certain amount of events per year. So you could only do so much as far as making the numbered events super special, because you got to keep them moving. People are hurt. People are in Ramadan. Contract disputes. Whatever it is. You don't want to get sued by Tomas Aspinall. So they just got to keep the events moving. Now they found this other big way to add something that seems like a big deal, like a throwback, like WrestleMania, like Royal Rumble. And this is the way to do it. You can't even think about it. What are you going to do? Make a new bout? Make another new fake bout? They've been doing that. We have interim bouts. The interim bout is the original fake title. We have interim bouts. We've been having interim bouts. Then they have the BMF title. Then they even made a White House title. They got to do something different like they're doing right now. And I think it's pretty cool, man. I mean, I know it's kind of the thing to hate on anything and everything that the UFC is doing, but I think this is really cool. And I mean, everybody wanted to hate on the White House event because, and look, I'm already anticipating it. I was going to say everybody wanted to hate on the White House event because they made it political. And that's just going to incite people to say, they made it political. It was inherently political. Of course it was political. There was no making it political. It was whatever. I don't care. It was cool. It would have been cool if it was Obama, if it was Biden, if it was Bush, if it was Reagan, if it was Trump. It's just cool. All right? No llores. But I think it's a smart thing. So it looks like as of right now, it's saying UFC CEO Dana White and his team of producers are already hard at work at the promotion's next big mega event following the success of UFC Sphere in late 25 and the UFC White House in early 26. So what's on tap for 2027? White won't say, but that hasn't stopped sports books from laying odds on potential locations. So there's and dude, I mean, Um, whatever. It's sports book, so this isn't necessarily Dana White saying this, but when we're talking about gambling and gambling sites and sports books and odds, when are there not going to be outsiders and people of that ilk being involved? I mean, we're smarter than that. We know that people cross over and people talk and there's murmurings and there's gossip. So it says right now that betonline.ag has the opening list. And I've told you guys this before, and I'm not even going to be embarrassed about it, because all this tells you is that I'm not a gambling degenerate, okay? I don't know how the odds work. I don't know what 3-1 means. I don't know what 4-1 means. I don't know what 7-1 means. That is Chinese to me. It's hieroglyphics. I don't understand what that means. So I'm not even going to read them to you. So I'll read you the first 3 and then stop just to give you the idea. It's saying that this website has the opening lists with these odds, that these are the potential locations that the UFC is going to fight at next for its big mega event. The Las Vegas Strip, which would kind of be lame because their home base is in Las Vegas or Nevada, whatever. I don't know. Las Vegas, right? I've never been to the PI. I don't know. But I don't know. I think it's just a little too close to home, right? No pun intended. Las Vegas Strip odds are 3-1. Mount Rushmore, 4-1. Alcatraz Island, 5-1. And I'll stop with the odds there because I don't even, whatever. The Grand Canyon, Central Park. Man, what a terrible place. You'd get so many people there, like, throwing their lattes at you and stuff like that, and their poodles. I don't think that'd be a good spot. Yellowstone. Now, I don't know if they mean the national park or if it's going to be some kind of a crossover hybrid method acting kind of. I don't know if it's going to be at the national park or if they're going to do the UFC event within the TV series Yellowstone. I'm not sure. There's no elaboration here. Hawaii? I hate saying Hawaii. I always feel like I'm saying it wrong. Hawaii? The Alamo? Disney World. Disneyland. Wrigley Field. Fenway Park. Sedona, a location in Alaska, Gettysburg Battlefield. Dude, if they were complaining and acting so soft as they were about the bugs and the humidity at the White House, there's no way they would do Alaska. That's just the other end of the spectrum. Oh, my bones, I'm so cold. Gettysburg Battlefield, dude, that's heavy right there. That's some high level LARPing right there. The Pentagon, and the odds, the highest odds, 250-1 is Coachella. As with any huge event, logistical obstacles and financial roadblocks can quickly derail dream events. We also don't know how much of this is promoter hyperbole. But I would definitely buy a ticket for UFC Yellowstone, but only if they place the Octagon directly over Old Faithful. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, this is pretty. I mean, of those that I mentioned that you guys heard, which do you think will be the coolest? I think Mount Rushmore would be pretty. Dude, it'd be hard to beat Alcatraz. Alcatraz actually has kind of like a Enter the Dragon kind of a, going out there on the island. But dude, now that you mention it, James, and we're talking about islands, Epstein Island would be pretty hard to beat, man. I think Epstein Island, Alcatraz. Ooh, Yellowstone, just like with the potential, like at any second, you never know. Everyone will be on the edge of their seat, even between fights. Somewhere in Alaska would be pretty cool. What does the Alamo look like right now? Dang. I guess they're saying like right there in front of the Alamo on that lawn right there. Nah, I don't know if that would be cool enough. Like when you look at, I mean, I know like the story and stuff it makes it significant, but when you just look at this little building of the Alamo right here and compared to the backdrop of the White House, kind of soft, I think Alcatraz is probably that one or Epstein. I go back and forth. Dang. The International Space Station. Yeah, but the thing is that's not even real though. David Zimmerman, UFC Everglades with the alligator referee. Oh my gosh. Heck yeah. Save some money, do it in Florida. That would be crazy. That's what we need. That's what we need. And don't even bring the cage though. Just have him duke it out in the swamp. Just feet in the water, Dana should host a fight in his backyard. Shh, he would never, dude. Taking months to clean out all the trash. Yeah, imagine they bust through the ice walls of Antarctica. Like when they're using the walls to fight on instead of the cage, and they bust right through it. On a blimp in the air? Oh, heck yeah, dude. An aircraft carrier. That's what we need, dude. Some Street Fighter locations. Heck yeah. I remember before all this started, GM saying they should do it in Alcatraz, the pyramids, and so on. This is another thing they won't give them credit for. Feeling litigious, GM. You know what? I think I'm so tired right now that I didn't even go into my whole thing right now. You're right, dude. I mean, and I'm kind of upset. You know what? Actually, I feel like I was testing you guys subconsciously, and ARJR is the only one that called it out. You guys do know, right, that I've been saying this. I've been naming places like this, like Mount Rushmore, like the pyramids, all these places. I've been saying it, the Grand Canyon, Alcatraz, and no one's giving me any credit, dude. No one's giving me any credit. Dana White's going up there in brownface, taking everything I work for. No cage, just surround them with gators. Ooh. Yeah, Trent Grill. The world's a stage, bro. The world's a stage. I was looking at, I saw some photos, supposedly that NASA posted yesterday. Like the clearest photos of ever from Mars or something like that. It made me feel good, dude. It was a breath of fresh air. Everyone in the comments was just tearing them apart. Just telling them how fake it was. I was like, heck yeah, people are finally waking up, man. Back in the day, people would have been seeing it crying like, oh my gosh, look at, we're going to the future. Our technology is so great. And now everyone's like, shut up, bro. The more elaborate the location of the UFC event, the more it reminds me of how ridiculous they got with Freddy versus Jason. Quit being a naysayer. But I think you're right, yeah. But I love it. I like the freak show. Huge cranes hang the octagon over the edge of the flat earth. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. It's just like those movie scenes when there's a car like right, dangling right over the cliff and you don't you're trying to balance your weight on it. Dude. I'm going to be back right now. I'm starting to feel lightheaded. I didn't have lunch today and I started feeling weird, bro. No tengo lonche. Hey, is lonche how you say lunch? Or is that like how a white dude would say? Like, I remember I used to work with this dude. I used to work at a packing house and the boss was a white dude. And he would say like if he was trying to say like, box, for example, in Spanish, he'd say el boxo. You know how some people would do that, like Spanglish or whatever. My whole life I've heard people say lonche, like that's how you say lunch. But is that just like a white dude said that because he's like, oh, that must be how you say it in Spanish, or is that how you say lunch? I'm all for UFC unlocking new locations like a video game. Heck yeah, man. I love it. I feel like that's the last thing that we could do to keep it exciting. Fight on the moon. The first one to lose their helmet loses everything. Well, yeah, that would still be fun. They could be the first people on the moon, Oh, we lost the tapes and the technology. How lame, dude. Oh, we recorded over it with the football game. We recorded over the moon landing with the Super Bowl. It's been hard for me to drink that green tea potion lately, dude, because the way I make it has not a lot, but enough sugar that I don't want to drink that much sugar, man, because of how much I like to drink the green tea. That's a lot of sugar. What color were Kurt Cobain's eyes? Weren't they blue or green? Why are you testing me, bro? You know who will know that? Legendary Gnome. She's a super freak. She's a super freak. ARJR. I'm jealous of you, Nigel. I want land. ARJR. I don't know. Maybe that's how we say it. So it is slang. What? Almuerzo? No way. That's how you say lunch. Marloca! And it was all yellow. Y este todo amarillo. Is that how you say it? Y este todo amarillo. Thank you so much, my loca. Yeah, that's exactly, bro. Darren McGow, that came up a while back, and like it blew my beanie, dude. Apparently, a lot of people in here used to watch that, and I think I missed that one, dude. I need to go back and check it out. It looked like some good stuff. Lonche is very commonly used on construction sites in Cali. I used it in front of my grandfather once, and he looked at me like I stole his beer. So it's likely slang. Lonche, yeah, that's my whole life. I thought that's what it was because I used to work in a lot of environments like, packing houses and stuff like that. UFC had a nuclear Chief Rocka. Ooh, all of a sudden, dude.
Amazing.
UFC had a nuclear power plant. Loser gets dunked in radiation, and if they get powers, heck yeah, it'll be like the Toxic Avenger. Oh, shoot. ARJR, lonche is the Spangled version. It's actually almuerzo. Oh, I hate that, dude. I thought they were joking. Almuerzo? That's too much. That's too fancy, dude. That sounds like a meal at a fancy restaurant. I gotta go with lonche. Almuerzo, and for that reason, I'm out. I gotta go with lonche. Everyone in Cali knows what lonche is. ARJR. Okay, here's what I'm trying to figure out, because 100% Geo dudes. But ARJR, people like on the other side of the, like where we're at, do people in your neck of the woods say lonche, ARJR? Or is that just strictly a California thing? Because I know it's definitely a California thing, but is it exclusive to California? Yeah, for real, Tronado. But we can't understand each other. Heck yeah, Nigel. Heck yeah, Nigel. Heck yeah, bro. Beef up, bro. Beef up. Almuerzo is lunch, but lonche is the Spanglish adaptation and is widely used. Yeah, I gotta go with lonche, bro. I gotta go with lonche. I'm from Leon, Guanajuato, and we say la comida as in the food. So it's just la comida anytime, any place, anywhere, huh? There's something special about eating lonche in the work truck or buying it from the food truck. Heck yeah. And dinner is la cena. Oh, what the heck? La cena? Dang. My tío Beto told me this story this one time that he went to he went to this place one time called La Cochina because he thought it was a strip club, but it was just like a Mexican restaurant. And it was nothing but waiters. Oh, man. El Luncho? Okay, that one's not acceptable. That one's not acceptable. And you use the hard O. That one's not acceptable. Lonche, we could accept, but El Luncho? No, now you're making us a caricature, all right? Most Hispanics do. Okay, good. Oh, no. Coworker hit a power line with a log, and PG&E shut the whole mill down, but I'm stuck here. Oh, no. I hope you brought your lonche. That's messed up, man. Oh, what the? Why would she do that? Well, this must be important because she knows that this is annoying right now. Hey, guess what? Turns out it wasn't important. Wait, where are we at? Shoot. BAs or BAs? I don't know how to say that. Bills are gonna get paid. Lives are gonna be saved. How's it go? Lives are gonna be saved. Bills are gonna get paid. Cuentas. Frisel. Why? This is too much, bro. Congelador. A struggle meal, dude. This is my. We were at Walmart the other day, and I was like, dude, this is my jam. Ha, no pun intended. I used to get down like this back in the day. I'm feeling a little depleted right now. So I just needed something that was gonna like is filled with protein right here, you know? The only way this is a struggle meal is I struggle not to eat the whole thing in one sitting because it's so amazing. Noam Darren asked about Kurt's eyes to make a bad joke about his death. Wait, why is that? Okay, never mind. I won't dig further. David said, you're giving me a great idea to start a Mexican restaurant / strip club GM. Hey, that's kind of funny. I could see that being like a joke or like a because dude, I've seen restaurants called that. I'm sure we all have. I saw a restaurant, I think when we were in San Diego a few weeks ago, called La Cochina. But that'd be funny if it looked like a restaurant, like from the outside, and then you go in and it's like a strip club. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's a chat on the movie nights. There's not a chat just like ongoing forever. But yeah, for sure in the movie nights. AOJR, the struggle GM versus the household continues. The ongoing saga. Oh my gosh. For sure, bro. I'm not sure that health code people would be too thrilled about the restaurant / strip club combo. I mean, they would have to. That's the thing, right? I always hear the joke like, oh, we're just there for the wings. We're just there for the chicken wings. Like, they have food there, right? So isn't it very, very, very possible? What do you mean? What do you mean nickname, bro? What do you mean nickname, bro? Thank you. I appreciate that, Andrew. I appreciate that. Being a dude from HR, you know how the sensitive topics go, bro. Am I right, Alcatraz? She's not supposed to, Miss Chuck Almighty. We have a gentleman's agreement. But, you know, sometimes she don't act like a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Hey, GM, you think your glucose is gonna spike and drop with that combo? My thinking is yes, that it's gonna cancel each other out and I'm gonna be all good, you know? No, Tronado, no. Marilena knows who pays for the landscapers. And they're terrible, by the way. They're terrible, which makes it even worse. Look, if we're in a perfect world, which we're not, we would start the movie at like 4:30 my time, 4:30 PST. It's 1:45 for me right now. But I need to go pick up Jesse Jr. And then I told Marilena that I would help with a couple things for dinner. And as soon as I get that taken care of, I could start the movie. So that's what's gonna be the variable, however that goes, how that comes out. So that's the only thing I'm kind of thinking about right now. Hey, are you from Califas, Geo, dude? Because it just started raining over here too, bro. David Zimmerman, number 16, Tojaco. Stojakovic, dude, taking me back, dude. Stojakovic. Dang. He was like the original, who's that dude? That white dude that plays on the Lakers? The dude that they always call chunky and they body shame him? Oh yeah, this is only for me. This is my snack. Nobody touches this, so I just go straight out the jar. This is my candy right here. Heck yeah, I could smell it, Nigel. Heck yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Popped into drinks. Oh no. They got that homemade boba, huh? No, I remember that. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah, I remember Stojakovic from the Kings, bro. Let's see where we at. Dang, he's gonna call right when the movie starts, Neo. Yeah, I don't know about that. Just don't go, huh, Miss Chuck Almighty. Just don't go. I've seen people like on like different, where would I have even seen that? I just feel like I've heard of people being like, "Oh yeah, it was my man's birthday and I took him to the strip club." And I'm like, "What? What relationship is this?" I don't know, man. ARGR! ARGR! Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, you know, that's where I heard it from. It was Miss Chuck Almighty. She said it in a chat one time. I forgot. Were the Kings robbed in the 2002? Heck, how dare you? How dare you? No, they were not. No, they were not. Shaq and Kobe was unstoppable. How dare you? That's propaganda. But it looked really bad. It did look bad. Luka. Dang, I couldn't remember. ARJR. ARJR is not playing around. ARJR's prediction is pain. ARJR. ARJR is hitting more from behind the line than Peja Stojakovic. ARJR is relentless. Yeah, probably. I've never been to a strip club, but one of my dad's employees had a private party with one. Most awkward party ever. Dang, I know Legendary Gnome is accusing me of being the one that always starts beef, but I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Do I got a twisted perspective? I don't know, man. Am I being gaslit? I don't know, man. But it's getting hot. I kind of feel like I just got thrown in the furnace right now. I don't know, man. Darren Miguel! If you could go see any band live, who would it be? Oh, shoot, dude. Oh, shoot. If I could see them live? Like if they were on the verge of death and they're gonna... Shoot, bro. Like I'd like to see Leonard Skinner live. I'd like to see Jim Croce live. That was devastating, man. I would like to see Richie Valens and Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper live. I would like to see John Lennon live. I would like to see Elvis Presley live. I guess I should say Dolly Parton. That's kind of a fresh on the beanie. Now that I'm saying it out loud and thinking about it, I have a feeling that that's not what you're talking about. I think you're saying live, like performing. If you could see any band live, who would it be? Well, dude, I mean, the Beatles, bro. The Beatles, 100%. If you're talking about active today, shoot, man. Ooh, that's a tough one, dude. I don't know, dude. Maybe Faye Webster. I'm like obsessed with Faye Webster's music right now, bro. I know she's a solo artist, but obviously she'd like have her band with her. I just can't really think of anyone else right now that's active that I even would just care that much about. Maybe The Sinceres. ARTR! Fresh herbs and beef in the sauce. Smells so good. Oh, shoot. What the heck? ARJR? ARJR again? ARJR says we passed Moss's crew? Oh, dude. Come on. Come on. I wish they would be more supportive, man. ARJR! Stove ovens are gaslit. David says, I would like to see Bob Marley live. Yeah, it would have been nice to see him live. Miss Chuck Almighty wished that Queen would live. That one dude would live, but you know, kind of a ticking time bomb. Ziggy. Dang, you saw Page and Plant? Ooh. Metallica live in their prime will be crazy, or Nirvana's Paramount. Yeah. Oh, Selena? Yeah, and Cochino. Yeah, but I get it. I got kicked out of an Eric Clapton concert in 98. He's like, why are your hands so slow? ARJR! Don't need to work out with all this heavy lifting. Sade. That's a pretty man of culture right there. That's a deep cut right there. Linkin Park. He wished that Linkin Park would live. I would have loved to see Nirvana unplugged. Well, his lady unplugged him, if you know what I'm saying. Explain liking the Beatles to me. I just don't get that they... Wait, what? Oh, I just don't get that. John Lennon... Why are you offended? Dude, that's like asking me why Chinese food tastes good. I'm afraid to start because I don't want to say anything. I mean, this is in no particular order. I'm kind of just throwing out random stuff. But John Lennon and Paul McCartney have some of the, if not the absolute best voices in all of rock for sure, but even just popular music period ever. You cannot find any kind of a list, any kind of a ranking anywhere that has anything to do with music, even when it's a blend of genres, where it's ranking the best voices in popular music ever that don't have them way up there. It's not just me, it's a general consensus. A couple of the best voices in popular music ever. Some of the best harmonies in popular music ever. And like melodically, they did a lot of things that were not traditional, that didn't make sense. And I don't mean, because I know this doesn't matter very much to a whole lot of people. I know that it doesn't matter to a lot of people that they're the first ones that did like so many different kinds of genres that no one else had ever done before. I know that doesn't matter to a lot of people because that's like, oh, you know, whoever made the first car, I don't want to drive that one. I want to drive a new one because why is older better? I get that argument. But what I'm saying is that's not what I mean when I say so much of their music and their melodies, like currently still, they're that's just, you know, that's not something that changes. It's not traditional. They will go to places melodically and on the scale that doesn't make sense. So the experimentation that they explore in their songs, it makes it different. It makes it unique. You could compare it or not, and it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter to me, but you could compare what they were doing not only to other people in their time, which was blowing people away because it was like nothing they'd ever heard before, but even to people today. You could compare it to like popular country songs or popular, you know, pop music or whatever today. And even today, everything is so basic, you know, it's C, A minor, F, G. It's just that same progression. Oh, it's just no risks, nothing original, nothing unique about it. And the funny thing is, when you have people doing that, they're saying, I was inspired by Lennon and McCartney. I was a Beatles fan. They're the ones that got me to fall in love with music. They're the ones that got me to say, oh, this sounds different than that. So their voices alone for me, I love their voices. I love how their music just struck me differently. It's I feel like it explores more and it's just not basic. I loved their, and I know that it may have been a veneer. I know that it may have been an act, because we find out when we read biographies and things like that later on that, you know, no one's really ever quite who you thought they were. But I initially just fell in love with those dudes as a kid because their personalities, the Mop Tops, very, very charismatic, very witty, very funny guys. And, you know, maybe that's the way that they were created in a laboratory. And then especially perpetuating it in movies like Hard Day's Night and Help and stuff like that. I get it, but I loved it. I love the feeling. To me, I mean, I know everyone here in this chat could probably give a handful of your own favorite. But I feel like, to me, like when I hear John Lennon sing in particular, I don't know if I've ever heard, like, even as a kid, I could always feel every ounce of his being in every delivery of the songs. It just felt like he was pouring his heart into it, and it was coming from a real deep, raw place. You could feel the emotion. I didn't feel that as much with McCartney, but it really drew emotion out of me because I felt like that's what was coming out of the person behind the microphone, and it made me feel something. And a lot of their lyrics were funny, they were clever, they were tongue-in-cheek, they were sarcastic, they were deadpan. There was just so many different levels. A lot of people, they just listen to something because they're like, oh, it's nice on the ears. It has a pretty melody. But to me, there's just so many different reasons. Because there's other bands that I like. They sound good. This other band has nice harmonies. This other band uses some cool instrument. It's just like they were just such a complete package for me, man. I don't know. I've never had to like. I'm not prepared for this. I've never had to like defend them before. So I loved everything about them, man. Nobody wrote like them. Nobody wrote lyrics like them. Nobody delivered them like them. Nobody kept creating and inventing like them. People before and after them were so basic. They even inspired Bob Dylan. They made Bob Dylan change. They made Bob Dylan go electric. Where the heck am I? Okay, you did mean live performances. Okay. That's different. Yeah. Yeah, it would be the Beatles, and then it would be maybe Faye Webster. If you could see any Beatles show live, do you go rooftop or something else? Oh, I don't think I would do the rooftop event because they weren't in a good place then. They were checked out. They were on drugs. They were angry. They were beefing. Everything got too legal. They were too grown up. Too many adult problems. Too much contracts and all this. I would have liked to see something around the Mop Top era. Maybe not necessarily like the Ed Sullivan performances because it might have just been too crazy and too early on. Maybe something maybe like by the time they got to like when they played for the Royal Albert Hall, maybe like when they played for like the Queen, when they played that crazy good twist and shout performance, and he's like, well, the people in the cheapest seats, clap your hands, you know that. Yeah, Tuesday's gone with the wind. Keeping it blue, keeping it blue. Not hating, just saying. I know, dude. You're a warrior, bro. You're a warrior. You're like Braveheart out here, dude. You're like Braveheart. I imagine that your face is full of paint right now, dude. Janis Joplin. On the color of the Rolling Stone. No, you're good, James. You're good, bro. I'm just glad that you're here. Oh no, the Red Hot. Dude, ARJR is getting so fluid with it. He's straight flexing at this point because he's throwing down the donos, but then he's like, I'm going to give something they don't even count for that. I'm just going to give a membership randomly. Dude, Persian Cucumber was just blessed by ARJR. Persian Cucumber. Thank you for being here, Persian Cucumber, ready and willing to receive that blessing. You are now a gringo. Thank you, ARJR, for doing it. I don't know, dude. I don't know what's going on, Neo. I think I'm missing some of the chat. I'll just say this. Here's where I think a lot of people and look, I'm okay with being totally wrong because everyone has different earbuds, you know. But my life observation, and I don't mean to say experience like I'm so experienced in this. I'm just saying we all have our own individual life experience. And mine, when it comes to people that don't like the Beatles, and I'm not saying this about you, because people say this about me a lot because of MMA takes, and it's annoying to be accused of that. Because it's like, oh, really? You're just going to say that every time someone doesn't agree with you? It's lazy. But from my own actual life experience, a lot of the time when people say they don't like the Beatles, it's 100% a contrarian take. Because it's like, it's not cool to like the Beatles. I get that. Liking the Beatles is like liking Taylor Swift. It's like, oh, really? Oh, yeah, okay. You just named like the biggest, most popular thing ever. Oh, cool. Who's your favorite basketball team? The Warriors? You know, that's like saying the Warriors were your favorite basketball team in like 2016, you know? Oh, what's a good oh, who's your favorite K-pop band? BTS. Oh, what a surprise. Oh, who's your favorite MMA YouTuber? Grandmaster Jesse. Oh, what a surprise. You know? So I get it. Because I don't like stuff like that either. Like when something's so annoyingly popular. Look, I gave this example before, and I know this might seem insensitive, but I think this is an amazing example. I don't like saying it, but I think it hits home because this is very real. I've said this before, and I didn't feel good about it after, but I think it lands. You know that situation that everybody has either been in, or they've witnessed, or you've seen it on movies or TV shows or whatever, where some dude is talking to another dude or a group of dudes about some chick, and he's just hyping her up and acting like she's the greatest thing he's ever seen, and she's unbelievable, and she's so beautiful, blah, 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 blah. The moment that girl walks into the room, everyone's going to be like, oh, that's who you were talking about? Because they got oversold. She's been hyped up. So they're automatically looking at her like they're auditing her. If she would have just walked in with nothing, you know, they didn't have any kind of preconceived whatever, they would have maybe come to the same conclusion. But because it was so annoyingly hyped up, they're like, nah, there's no way, dude. Yeah, see, you're crazy. What? Did you notice this, and this? Nah, come on, man. So I think that's one of the things that the Beatles are up against. They're so ridiculously legendary that people are like, shut up. They can't be that good. And then they hear Yellow Submarine, and they're like, you see, what is this, the Magic School Bus? What the heck is Yellow Submarine? When I'm 64, will you still need me? Will you still... That's what they hear. And they're like, what the heck? You say yes. I say no. You say stop. Yeah, I wouldn't like the Beatles either if that was my impression. So I think it starts off with this kind of standoffish, like, I don't want to, it's too much. Like, I don't want to hear that. And people default, like, they'll be like, oh, Stones were better. Because they don't, it's cool to say that. It's not cool to say you're a Beatles fan because it's the obvious choice. And then, of course, for whatever reason, the ones that happen to go the most mainstream are like the worst songs. If like more of the Lennon songs were mainstream, I think they'd have a better shot. But people hear of the Beatles, they hear Yellow Submarine, they hear Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. They hear this like old people music. They hear Here Comes the Sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. It just sounds corny. So I get that. But if these people were hearing like, yes, I'm lonely, wanna die. Like if they were happiness is a warm, if they're hearing Don't Let Me Down. Come on, man. Come on. If they were hearing, I'm so tired, I haven't slept a week, it would be so different, dude. Look at, let's check this out. Man, you guys started this. You guys went and started this again. We just went back in time to yesterday, huh? See, this makes me sick, bro. Most famous, celebrated Beatles songs. Yeah, yesterday, oh my trouble, here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. And look, when I was a lot younger, I didn't necessarily like Hey Jude or like Let It Be because they just seemed like soft and slow. But man, there's some good musicianship in there, man. But it's like a lot of these ones that stood out were McCartney songs, and they're lame. I hate it, man. People are hearing Yellow Submarine and Penny Lane, and they're yawning. I just can't. I don't know about Prince and Michael Jackson from better than Paul and John at your entire criteria to me personally. Michael Jackson didn't even play any instruments. Look, let me say something. I'm always like defending Michael Jackson and saying I listen to his music and this and that. The dude didn't even do any. Like, it made me sad when I started watching documentaries and stuff about him and finding out he didn't even write most of his songs, didn't even write most of his hits. I found out some lady wrote Man in the Mirror. It was like, what did he do? He stole the moonwalk? Have you guys ever seen that crazy Predator-looking video of that dude from like the 50s or 60s? That was all skinny and looked like Michael Jackson. He had the same clothes and he was like dancing like a snake and doing all that weird stuff. Michael Jackson stole all of that from him. Have you guys seen that? Do you know what I'm talking about? Michael Jackson didn't write a lot of his songs, didn't play any of the instruments. Prince, I haven't done as deep of a dive on. But I mean, we're going to compare Prince's catalog to the Beatles? I mean, let the charts speak for themselves. Let the album sales speak for themselves. I do like There Goes My Hero. Oh, Fish, dang. I do love Don't Let Me Down. Oh, this is utter insanity that's going on right now. I'm seeing a whole rainbow in here. This is insane. I was also heartbroken when I found out that Elton John didn't write like any of his songs either. It's hard for me to get into a singer that doesn't write their own lyrics. To me, it's like, you're a fraud. It broke my heart. I thought someone like Elton John for sure would write his own lyrics. Yeah, here come old flat top. Probably a couple other ones as well. But I think Lennon even said that famously. That something about all... I mean, that's... What's the famous... And I think he was quoting someone else. The famous quote is, good artists copy, great artists steal. And supposedly it stemmed from Pablo Picasso. T.S. Eliot said a version of that. Steve Jobs said it. And I guess, yeah, that's where it all came from. Potentially Picasso, because John Lennon said the same thing. I mean, everybody does that. Everybody does that. It's just like hip hop artists sampling stuff. I mean, what did I learn that last time? Well. I never knew that Kanye West song was from what was it, Luther Vandross? I love Billy Joel, dude. Stranger or not, I love Billy Joel. Marloca for AR's effort. Disculpa, tengo las manos ocupadas. Thank you, Marloca. Thank you. Es este todo amarillo, amarillo. Thank you. Thank you, Marloca. Thank you. Pasta, pastor. Oh, I love it. I love it. Bone apple tea, Nigel. Bone apple tea. Heck yeah, enjoy, bro. Chew slowly. Chew ever so slowly, Nigel. David Zimmerman, 34. Paul Pierce, bringing that beepy to the chat. Paul Pierce. I remember I couldn't stand Paul Pierce. He was so annoying. Paul Pierce. Thank you, David Zimmerman. Billy Shears. Yeah, that was another terrible album. Sgt. Pepper was supposed to be like the craziest, earth-shattering thing. It was some doo-doo plessy, man. Face full of paint like Usman. ARJR! What? ARJR! Ugh. Oh, those are good. Are you in the Patreon, man? Amazing. We started doing this thing recently where we go off of people who are actually in the chat at the time and then take their pick in the moment. So that we can make sure the person that picked the movie is actually there and doesn't miss it. Oh, I like this a lot. RJR. I was about to say it's not fun without Mar. I'm not a fan of the Beatles, but I wouldn't say I hate their music. That's fair. Not everyone could be a fan of everything. I genuinely don't know how anyone could ever listen to songs like like one of like, dude, is that a good example? I don't know if that's a good example. That might be a little bit of a deep cut. I don't know, man. Especially some of the bands and songs and stuff that we have in common. It's just so hard for me to accept that there's people who would like Janis Joplin. Jimi Hendrix, Nirvana. Black Sabbath, Alice in Chains. It's so hard for me to believe that group of people wouldn't like songs like I'm So Tired, like Your Blues, like Sexy Sadie, like Helter Skelter, like Revolution, like Don't Let Me Down. I don't understand. It seems like there has to be some kind of like disconnect or bias or something, because it's like it's the same. What's the difference? It's like, would you like it if you didn't know they were the Beatles? I could understand if you tell me you don't like Eleanor Rigby. If you tell me that you don't like The Fool on the Hill. If you tell me that you don't like corny songs, you say it's your birthday, you're gonna have a good time. That sounds like it should be on Barney, bro. I get it. But it's like, did they not hear the other stuff? It makes no sense. ARJR! Then she appears. Let's go. She came in through the bathroom window. ARJR, thank you, bro. The Stones were the answer to the Beatles, bro. The Stones are still touring to this day, and they still can't catch up with them. The Stones were the karaoke version, bro. Come on, dude. The Rolling Stones. How does it feel? The Rolling Stones are 98 years old, and they still can't keep up with the accolades of the Beatles. They've had all these years to try to catch up, and they still can't do it. ARJR! ARJR! ARJR, what the heck, bro? This dude's on a marathon. What are we talking about? What the heck? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Only musician I really hate is Barbra Streisand, David Zimmerman. And ironically, all it does is perpetuate the Streisand effect. And it makes it even worse. And it's never ending. Yeah, he was a beatboxer. Yeah. Ay. You got Paul McCartney laying down all the instruments for his debut album, and you got Michael Jackson in the corner. Marloca! Marloca ARJR! We lobbing it back and forth. Marloca! Buckle up, Teddy. Love you, man. Love you, man. ARJR! I think the Off the Wall album is his best album. I think Michael Jackson messed up bad when he oh shoot, what was that dude's name? When he left Quincy Jones. Oh my gosh, he messed up. Oh, his albums after that were so weird, bro. I think Off the Wall has the strong. I mean, obviously there's some hits on different albums, but I think that one has like the strongest lineup. Marloca! Hey, Neil Free, I found a video. I ran into a video of him playing Killing Me Softly, and I want to believe so bad that that's him. If you guys have never heard it, there's supposedly a demo floating around out there of Michael Jackson strumming a guitar, if that's him strumming, and playing and singing Killing Me Softly. I don't know if that's really him. It sounds like it's him, but in this era of AI, and I remember I used to see this even years ago before AI was what it was today. I would see this of the Beatles and other artists like Elvis or whoever, just people they could make money on and capitalize off of. I would see like rare hidden version of this demo or that demo from John Lennon or whatever. And, you know, it's John Lennon covering some song you would never in a million years think you would cover. And you'd listen to it and it'd be like, I don't know if this is him. It sounds like someone recorded it, sped it up or changed it or tweaked the audio to sound like it, or just trying to get views or something. I don't know. But there's a demo of him supposedly playing Killing Me Softly. And it is beautiful. And I've listened to it so many times. And I hope that is him. ARJR! We reached the goal.
My flow goes deep like the ocean. It burns so hard, grab the lotion. I might hit the 3-wheel motion.
Amazing.
Cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion. Am I right, Miami?
ARJR, I hope you have a protein shake after this so that you could rebuild and recover. Now, I know that there are people in here that contributed. And I always say this, I'm afraid to name you. because I refuse to miss anybody's name. There's been at least a handful of people in here contributing. And I got your names in my beanie, but again, I'm terrified to say any out loud. But I would be remiss to not acknowledge the work done here today by the official recruiter of the Mexican martial arts. I do hope that you do rest and recover because you've been through it today. Hugeinated and swollified to the fullest. Thank you, ARJR. Thank you. We are on quite a run right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are on quite a run. We're hitting 50s like no other community. Like no other community. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for being who you are and allowing me to be whatever the heck I am. I feel like it changes sometimes. Marroca after the bell. Marroca said, I ain't hear no bell. I didn't hear no bell. I just finished watching Rocky 3 on the treadmill today, and I'm on Rocky 4 now. Ain't so bad. Ain't so bad. Amigo the Devil writes his own music. Could have fooled me. Seems like the devil writes his music. David Zimmerman, exceed the goal. Exceed the goal. Prince was actually quite talented and not just at basketball. Wait, I forgot about that. Wasn't he like a good basketball player? I think we talked about that before. My music manager has me doing a bit of music applied theory. Have you done any looking into that, GM? Heck no. I have not. I haven't. I just I haven't. I don't know, maybe if I was in your position I would. I just, if I was in a position where I was doing gigs and had a manager and starting to get my stuff together, then it might seem more necessary, or it would just make more sense. But I was just never, dude, I did that for years, actually. Maybe not, dude. I did gigs for years, and I was kind of, it was measly. I was living in a tiny little apartment, and we were very young. Didn't really have any bills at the time, but I was making a meager little tiny baby living playing gigs for a while, and I never did. I didn't care. I would just write the most basic whatever, and I would just play like a folk artist. I just played 3 chords and the truth, Bon Jovi style, and it's like, I remember every once in a while I would talk with other guitarists, and they'd be like talking about this scale and that scale and the pentatonic, and I'm like, what'd you say? Hieroglyphics or what? I don't know. Hold on, let me just strum this and then sing. So I don't know. I'm not trying to. Obviously, it could do a lot of people a lot of good to know that, and a lot of people have done amazing things with that knowledge. I think the stuff I do just doesn't require that. I stay super basic, dude. And for me, I don't think I'd ever want to do anything that wasn't. That's why it's therapeutic for me, and I enjoy it, because it's something that just comes out natural, and it's just something that just happens right there. It's not, I don't want to turn it into some kind of equation or make it feel like a math problem or something. And I'm not saying that that's what it is, but I just love that it's natural for me. And I feel like I think I'm trying to be kind of diplomatic right here, honestly, because I feel like I've said in the past that I'm totally against that, because I feel like it would contaminate me doing things natural. And I don't want any influence or impression from any instructor or teacher or books or theory, or I just want it to be 100% me, for better or worse. But me and you are not the same person. That knowledge you may be able to apply in some amazing ways. Oh yeah, the Beatles stole from everybody. Heck yeah. Everybody steals from everybody. Elvis stole from people. Led Zeppelin stole from people. The Rolling Stones stole from people. Bob Dylan stole from people. If you could say stole, Everybody does that. Everybody does that. Directors do that. Everybody does that. Alton and Bernie Taupin were synced, bro. That duo is the one that matters above all else, though I understand GM sentiment. Yeah, wasn't Bernie his boyfriend too, by the way? Didn't they have like that was like his man's, wasn't it? So when he was writing all them love songs, it was to Alton, wasn't it? I'm almost positive. I remember I dug into, because for real, dude, I really, really, really was, I really liked a large amount of Elton John's catalog. And I just flipped out when I found that out. Like, I love music a lot, and that one bothered me. And I thought I remember it was something like that. But I get it. I mean, if you're looking at Alton and Bernie Taupin, kind of like Lennon McCartney, I get it. It's just, I don't know. I always looked at Alton as like a solo dude, and I was like, who the heck is Bernie Taupin? Like, I don't care about that dude. And it was heartbreaking for me, man. But I get it. See, bands help each other with lyrics all the time. I'm a lone wolf, man. I'm super controlling with stuff like that. I wouldn't want to sing anything that anybody else wrote. And maybe that's why I'm not successful. Maybe that's why I'm not out there. Who knows? But like me, I would never want to do that, ever. I don't even like acting in things that I didn't write 100%. I had to do some stuff recently on camera that I didn't write, and it's scary. It's scary because I'm so used to everything that I do being something that I wrote and I conceived. So I'll always be able to stand by it and defend it and be like, here's why I like it. Here's why I think it's a good idea. Here's why I chose that. But if it's someone else's words, it's like, what the heck? I'm just kind of flying in the wind. Like, thank you, Tom Bow. Hey, RJR, I'm on to you, GM. You stalled long enough to meet the goal. Wait. You stalled long enough. Wait, what do you mean? It's a 3-hour goal. We're not even at 3 hours yet. Wait, how was I stalling? I'm on to you, GM. You stalled long enough to meet the goal. Wait, what? How did I stall? What are we talking about? When was I stalling? Tell me what I did so I could do it again to make sure we reach the goal next time. Disco said I wanted to miss the goal for once just to feel. To feel human. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's messed up, ARJ. Dude. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. Shoot. I think John's demo versions of his songs are way better than the studio version. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, absolutely. One of my favorite, dude, Oh, I have something in the paper I need to shout out right now. There's a couple that I love, man. I just love them so much. Now and Then, the Now and Then demo is beautiful. There's another one I can't think of the name right now. Oh, Solitude. There's another one called Solitude that's a demo. I know there's another couple that are some of my favorites. But for sure, man. And you know what's interesting? John Lennon was very, very well known for saying that he just couldn't stand like almost all of their recordings. He didn't like how they came out sounding, and he always wanted his voice double tracked and just hated the sound of his own voice, and didn't like how the studio recordings came out in the end. And just like I was talking about yesterday, his demo for Help is beautiful. You can feel it. It's slower. It's like a ballad, and then they turned it up to make it all poppy. It's terrible. George Martin, like, I don't know. I think he ruined a lot of their stuff. George Martin kind of seemed like a controlling egomaniac. He was working his way onto a lot of their recordings. He was playing piano on a lot of them and doing things, trying to make himself be the fifth Beatle. It is heavier. It is heavier. And I know it doesn't matter. I know it doesn't matter. But there's no Black Sabbath without the Beatles. Hutch, you said Alton. I thought you said elote. I guess I'm hungry. Has anyone done Turkish get-ups? I've never heard of that. Hopefully that's not something that I'm going to have to delete from my search history. I've never heard of those before. Turkish. I feel like that's something that Jay Smith will know about. Turkish. Dude, this dude took way too long to do it. Just get to the point, bro. Can someone just do it without talking about it forever? Is part of the Turkish getup to do it all slow, point by point? Because I just want someone to do it like fluidly so I could just see the swift motion. Okay, I'm starting to think that that's just how it goes. That's weird. GM, are you a fan of the Police, as in the band? Yeah, I could definitely listen to. I'm not gonna act like I know. I'm probably just a casual with the Police, the hits. But there's definitely a handful of their songs that I'll bump in the car. Every Breath You Take, like I'm not embarrassed. It's a classic. Roxanne, you don't have to put on a red light. That's a classic. In a SOS, the message in a bar. I love that one. Every little thing she does, I like it. Don't stand so close to me. Yeah, I mean I'm not gonna even pretend that I know anything aside from the hits, but those songs I could listen to consistently. Loading up my second plate as I hear GM tell me to chew slowly. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Chew real slow, real slow. Chew with your mouth open, bro. Jessica! I miss DMX and Wu-Tang. Modern rap is lame. Yeah, I feel like does it even exist anymore? Can you even call it that anymore? Have you seen John Lennon's demo version of Real Love? I got confused when you said, have I seen it? Because there's not a video recording of it, is there? Do you just mean like the video version, but like it's just the audio, right? Is that what you mean? Because if so, I've definitely heard it a ton of times. But I don't recall there being like an actual video of him playing it. But I do love it. I do love it. And I know the Beatles were trying to do a nice thing when they came together. And no pun intended. And they added like their tracks on it to make the whole complete song. But it was just corny, man. It's not the same. But the demo... Thoughts on this, GM? Iron Sheik versus Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, that he's greater than Macho Man Randy Savage? Oh, dude. Oh, man. I was never, dude. I was never. I think it's pretty safe to say that I was never a fan of heels, bro. I was a face chaser. I mean, I like the big Macho Man. He's just like the perpetual good guy, you know, and just all his flair. And I gotta go Macho Man, dude. Maybe I just got sold on it, but he's just. I have a special place in my beanie for that dude, man. I don't have nothing against the Iron Sheik, but I just have like a special love for Macho Man and the memories I have of watching that dude. Oh, dude, the promos. Oh. Like, he's just got something, man, that can't be replicated, dude. Even though I just, I try to replicate it right now. And it's funny because he's probably like the most replicated dude, WWF dude. But you know what I mean. Angel loves the Rocky movies. Heck yeah. I watched the first 3 Rocky movies in like the last week since I've been on the treadmill a lot. Yeah, it's motivating watching them while you're trying to get in shape, man. I've been watching the show Doo-Doo's Creek. I've heard of that show a lot. I have no idea what is it about, like a plumber? I wait. Yeah. GM's lady wakes up to him yelling ARJR in his sleep. Yeah. I thought you were going to say that she's saying that because she hears me say it, but I was like, no, I wake up doing that, but that's what you were saying. I've never seen that one, David. I got to check that out. I do music MMA. What? Music MMA? I'm also big on independent research of a modern stoic. What the heck? What's music MMA? That's the best base or what? Ha, no pun intended. Lots of puns today. I miss playing music. I won one talent show. I play guitar. Ooh. Hey, look it, dude. I went like a couple, if not a few years without picking up my guitar. And it kind of, I felt like something was just gone. Like something was just gone out of my life that was never going to return. Like it just felt like a different chapter that was just over. And then I think I think something like really sad happened in my life. And I picked up the guitar and I just started strumming and kind of mumbling along, trying to make something come out and trying to think of lyrics. And it just felt so therapeutic, man. And I've been trying not to let it go again. And it just feels so good to have that, man. I don't know what made you stop playing. I don't know if you mean like in front of people or consistently or what. Maybe you still play at home, but try to find a way, dude. Try to find a way to integrate that back into life, if for nothing else than just being therapeutic. For just being a little escape, man. I love the Beatles and the Stones. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I get aggressive with the Stones because of the whole... It's like when I get mad at Makachev because people compare him to Khabib. But I like the Stones. There's definitely songs of theirs that I like a lot. I don't sing songs. I don't feel that is one of my rules with my music manager. Oh, so you're... I don't sing songs. So you're a musician. Do you play like flamenco or something like that? Yeah, that's how it feels, Tom Bow. Like, I don't know what the heck is going on. I'm lost. I just play what comes natural. Oh, so they were like that. It was like that. Dang. So they were trying to find out how to quit each other. Okay. It's not stolen in the music business. It's called sampled. Oh no. I was thinking, like, why is everyone talking about stuff that I talked about so long ago? I was way back in the chat. I was like, what's wrong with you guys? But I guess it was me. Grandmaster should write a song about how blackface is now acceptable in 2026. That might go viral, huh? That might be a good idea. Oh, you were saying you had to leave to go cook, and so I do. So look, I don't know if I've said this to you guys before, but when I do a goal, here's what I don't want to do. The longest it'll let me set a goal for is 3 hours. So when I put goals up, I put the longest amount of time because I don't want it to be like, yeah, come on guys, let's go. I don't want it's pathetic and embarrassing enough even doing a goal. So when I do a goal, I put it as long as I possibly have. If it said 4 or 5 hours, I would do it. If it said 6, I would do it. I hate that it's only 3. But 3 is the max it'll give you. And here's what I do. If I put the goal and set it for 3 hours and we meet the goal in the first 30 minutes, as far as I'm confirmed, I'm staying the whole 3 hours at least, because that's not your guys' fault. It's not your fault that you're being crazy supportive and helping out and throwing down. I put 3 hours, I'm staying for 3 hours. You know, unless something happens, something comes up, I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot about this or that. So I know there's a certain time I got to go get Jesse Jr. And I was like, you know what? I am kind of cutting it close, but I will make it. I want to give the whole 3 hours. And technically, I still got like 15 minutes left. So after I go get Jesse Jr., I'm going to come back, help with dinner. And then after that, I could do the movie night. But yeah, I was trying not to shortchange you guys. But maybe, I don't know. I also don't want to overstay my welcome. So it's kind of a fine line. Shoot. I thought how the Beatles were depicted in Walk Hard was funny. Yeah, I mean, they're only human, and they made fools of themselves sometimes. And they acted weird and liked the smell of their own pedo sometimes, and it was weird. And it was funny how Bob Dylan was depicted in there too, because I was the biggest Bob Dylan fan. And was just so like well read on the dude. And the way that they portrayed him was so spot on and so funny. Because as much as I love Bob Dylan, some of his lyrics, and I know people like to like over intellectualize and like mysticize everything, but to be honest, some of his lyrics were just literal like mumbo jumbo just to sound like super intellectual. And it's one of those things where if you try to make yourself sound so smart, everyone listening will be like, oh my gosh, I don't even get it. That's how smart he is. It's like, well, it's a lot of just like nonsense. At least John Lennon and the Beatles would admit to that with a lot of their lyrics, like yellow matter custard dripping from a dead dog's eye, semolina pilcher. Like, this is weird. I am the Eggman. I am the walrus. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Oh, how dare you, James? How dare you, James? Oh. I think Tupac, and I'm not saying this like I'm gay bashing or anything. I'm saying it as a matter of fact. Like, just like if someone's Chinese, you call them Chinese. If someone's 6'2", you call them 6'2". I think maybe Tupac overdid like the aggression and the whole bit because he was gay. I think he was just trying real hard to sell it. Jerry Miguel! I think Tupac was gayer than Elton John and Bernie Taupin. I'm assuming you got some vinyl or CDs, 8-track. I might cry if I think about it. So I'm not going to think about it. I used to have quite a bit. And times were really tough, and I had to part with them. I do have some little, what are they called? Are they the 45s, or are they the smaller records? I have a little bin of smaller Beatles records, and I think I have a couple Elvis ones too. I think I have a couple Beach Boys ones. I have a little bin with some pretty old records. I got a buttload of CDs, dude. Dude. No 8-track. I got a handful of cassettes, but I got a buttload of CDs, bro. Oh, you getting DiGiorno today? Ooh. Wait. Wait, what is that? Shoot. Oh, yeah, Dire Straits, man. Love struck Romeo. It's in the streets of serenade. Everybody know. Doing his best Bob Dylan impression. Yeah, Dire Straits got some hits, bro. We got to move these refrigerators. Oh, dang. I did not see that, ARJR. Dang. I didn't know any of that happened. Shoot, man. I think that would be fascinating to a lot of people, Neo Free. Seeing someone like embark on their journey and try to chase something. Like, a lot of people would live vivaciously through you, bro. Like, who doesn't have dreams, bro? It's fascinating seeing people actually pursue them and live them out. Oh, dang. Oh, yeah. I know ARJR. I just felt like I should also clear it up. Amusement park time over. Time for the GM radio show. Okay, David, we got about 10 minutes left, bro. We've been here for 3 hours. I got to go pick up Jesse Jr. and make dinner. Dang it. I'm so happy that you're out there living your life, bro, and doing your thing, though. Are you soaking up the sun out there? Is it burning out there? You feeling that humidity? Shoot. What is this? I thumbs up that? Okay. The devil wrote all of Bob Dylan's songs, according to Bob Dylan. I know. I saw that interview with him, and it kind of seemed like he was just trying to seem like all deep and dark and stuff. Come on, dude. David Zimmerman, my grandpa called soy sauce China. My grandpa called soy sauce Chinaman ketchup. Oh, shit. Oh, my gosh. gosh. Down, down, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Play the guitar on the MTV. Money for nothing and the chicks for free. Oh, interesting. I've heard horror stories of them eating babies and horrible stuff. The Epstein Files is a distraction, as sad as it is to say. Yeah, man, yeah. It's all a distraction of a distraction, man. Everyone always thinks that this week's thing is the craziest thing, and it's so like, are you serious? You guys think that's the craziest thing? You guys think that's the craziest thing? Come on, man. Unbelievable. You think it's crazy that they're touching these little girls? They're killing them every single day before they're even old enough to become girls. And we're funding it. Come on, man. $73 million lives are lost worldwide every year. 73 million babies are murdered every single year. 73 million are being sacrificed at the altar of Baal, at the altar of Molech, every single year, in the name of a bachelor's degree, in the name of a career, in the name of a 4-car household. Everything's a distraction of a distraction. We want a virtue signal about something that we saw on social media while this is going on below our beanies. Well, that's different. The craziest thing is that they made us believe cereal's good for us. Yeah, dude. For reals. Oh my gosh. Yeah, for real, Neo Free. The Hotel California is one of those things that mandated, karmic, whatever, where they have to just put it out there for the public. I don't know. Maybe Tupac. Maybe he played both sides of the fence. I don't know, man. There's human meat in fast food and clear packages in grocery stores. I'm not surprised. You know what made me mad yesterday? Jesse Jr. said something, and I heard Marilena go, "I'm not surprised," and I was like, "Is she watching my videos?" Because there's no reason in the world why she would have had that cadence. I need a baby Whopper. Dude, if I didn't know any better, I would think that Jay Smith wrote that one. They want weak men and distressed women, 100%. GM should take a break and eat something. It's definitely been 3 hours by now. I know. It's it's 2 hours and 58 minutes. So in a couple, like 2 minutes right here, I'm gonna get Jesse Jr. and then I'm gonna start preparing dinner. And as I'm doing that, shoot, man, it's gonna be tricky because I had some very generous individuals yesterday throw some funds into the snacks into the movie snacks funds for me today. And I'm trying to figure out how to time that because I need to help make a couple things for dinner. And then for a dinner that I'm not even going to eat, maybe after the movie, but I'm going to prepare that. But then I also got to get my meal for the movie night. And I don't want to order it because that's stupid expensive. Like when you DoorDash stuff. Plus, I don't like doing DoorDash because I don't want that fool's fingers in my food. I don't trust anybody, bro. So I got to figure that out. But yeah, I do. I will munch on something, bro. Wait, what? Biggie was in on that too? Dang it, bro. Tupac and Biggie was like out in Bernie. Oh yeah, bro. I've been preaching the same thing for years, bro. That's what the Prince of the Power of the Air does, bro. Sprinkles in just enough, truth into the deceit that people find something that they could cling to that seems real, and it's just enough deceit to deceive. And I just remembered right now, and I'm glad that I did. I don't know what reminded me right now. I saw an email pop up. Disco!
Burn so hard, grab the lotion. I might hit the 3-wheel motion.
Disco threw 10 big ones in the PayPal. He threw down the tip for the donation. For those of you that don't know, when he's here, must be present. We have to clarify this. Must be present to lose, I guess. Must be present to lose $10, Disco. When he's present and we meet the goal, he has been contractually obligated to throw down the tip. It's not a permanent lifetime contract. The contract may run out at some point, But it says, LOL, I wanted to miss the goal for once. Disco, we won't hold it against you, because we won't know. Every once in a while, if you're here earlier in the stream and then we make the goal, maybe you had to go take a call, you had to go do something. It's like, we're not going to hold it against you. Like, maybe he didn't even know we met the goal, you know? Darren, I am sorry that you have a bad connection. I don't know if you're still stuck at work. If you are, hopefully you get out of there soon. It's very frustrating that you have a bad connection. It's messing things up. But I am actually about to say goodbye right now. Yeah, we've cleared 3 hours now. We have cleared 3 hours. So I'm going to say goodbye right now anyway. And for those of you that didn't hear earlier in this stream, in this conversation, we are doing movie night tonight on the Patreon. If everything goes perfect, then we're going to be live about 4:30. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. It's probably going to be somewhere between 4:30 and 5 p.m. PST, my time. A couple hours from now, about an hour and a half or a couple hours from now. On the Patreon, we're going to be watching a movie tonight. So those of you on the Patreon, I will see you there in a little bit. I can't wait. You got to watch that vid, bro. It's hilarious. Oh, what video? What video? What happened? Thank you, Tombo. Thank you, Tombo. Yes, Pacific to be Pacific. Yes. Peace out. You guys be safe out there. You guys be safe out there. PST time. The same time as like Los Angeles. I don't even know what Central Time is, bro. I don't know my geography, to be honest with you. Hopefully around 4:30, maybe around 5. It just depends on the logistics because I need to get Jesse Jr. I got to help do a couple things for dinner. Then I got to go get my movie snack. It's like I'm going to be all over the place a little bit. But I will post it on the membership tab right before. So keep an eye out for that. That way, hopefully, between a Patreon notification and a YouTube one, you guys get at least one of them. I'm not surprised. I like how you worked that in there. All right, I better dip out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for contributing. Much love. I just realized I have 3 hours of this to watch. You are an amazing person, David Flores. You are an amazing person to even consider sitting through that. Much love, dude. I hope you have so much fun out there, bro. I will do that. I will do that, David. I will do that. About 2 hours, Neo. About an hour and a half to 2 hours. All right, I got to get out of here so I'm not late. Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Arts. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Late.